not even supposed to be doing this right now, bro. I have an afterthoughts that is 2 days late, about to be 3 days late. Oh man, I was gonna sit down in this chair and spit about the most recent chapter. But man, oh man, have I got something to say. Man, oh man, a little birdie, a news coup, found its way into my windowsill, knocked on it. I'm talking, I mean, brother, I was there. I opened the window, I allowed the sun to come into my room because I needed it. Oh, did I need it, man? Because the news coup came in, delivering information from this week's SBS. An SBS with no BS. All right, man. Now, I've only seen a little bit of this SBS because I'm currently avoiding spoilers for the most recent chapter. By the flag marks, I have 2 pieces of information that is well into itself. Just one is worthy of a video. Two, and I'm recording this before the afterthoughts. All right, man. So let me tell y'all something, bro. Toei, if you're listening to me, I'm about to give you 2 OVAs, 2 potential seasons, 2 spin-offs, 2, I don't care, you put them out as a Blu-ray, a Crunchyroll exclusive, a YouTube exclusive, a Netflix exclusive, a live-action exclusive. I don't care, but what I'm about to read off, I better see in some capacity coming out of Toei's future, son. This is money to be made. This right here is the stuff of legends. First and foremost, listen, man, we all love our romance anime around here. I know, everyone's waiting. Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 4, Married Couple Not Lovers Season 2, what's another one? Right now, 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You. It's some gas. Yamada-kun from earlier this year, level 99 Yamada-kun, the Madhouse. Greatness. We got some gas. We're all waiting for Season 2, Season 3, Season 4s. But this right here is pinnacle romance anime, son. Let me read this Kobe and Hibari backstory that was slipped into an SBS. Like it was some Naruto chapter of somebody going into an individual's room on a stealth mission, delivering a scroll and exiting. Like, brother, this man Oda dropped chapter of the year potential in SBS. And in SBS, I would have taken this as a chapter in the middle of Egghead, and it would be top 5 chapter of the year material. I'm not joking, man. Yo, this junk hit. I was like, yo, son, let's go, Kobe. Yo, man, after I read this, I promise you, I was the Vince McMahon meme of Dad, who was blank. Son, when my child asked me, Dad, who is Kobe? Oh, man. Son, yo, listen to this, dog. Kobe and Hibari backstory. This is translated by Arthur, Library of Ohara. The bear on Hibari's backpack is a lucky charm that has been very important to her ever since she was a kid. One day on the battlefield, let me narrate, Toei, I got you, man. You need a resounding voice. Listen, I saw it in the SBS. You guys, Roger, trying to say the admirals are radio personalities. I can do that all day. You need to be a Kainu, Kizaru, Kuzan, Fujitora. I'll even be Green Bull. Put me on air talking about some One Piece, about the One Piece world. Anyways, one day on the battlefield, Kobe saved Hibari's life. But she lost her bear in the process. However, several days later, Kobe returned with several injuries. Not one, dog. Several. We're not talking about the Triple H bandage that he used to come out on Monday Night Raw in 2003 and 2004. We're talking about multiple injuries. We don't know the severity. We don't need to. We do not need to. With his superior furious about his disappearance, You know, we have an entire video game franchise that spawned out of such a concept. Gears of War started because Marcus Phoenix left his post and he was put into prison, and that's whenever the Locusts came over and like swimwear. That's how Gears of War started. And so people get arrested for this type of stuff, man. And Kobe said, I don't care. Kobe was seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. He was seeing green. He was seeing that A1 Pictures blue box adaptation that's about to turn into the Kobe Hibari backstory. All right. Kobe returned with several injuries, with his superior furious about his disappearance. But in his hand, what was in his hand? But in his hand was the bear. In his hand was the flippin' bear, son. Kobe had returned to the war zone to search for Hibari's treasure. A strong thematic element that is present through the entirety of the East Blue saga. This one is bearing it within this backstory. Hibari thanked him as she teared up. You can just hear the classic melodies playing right now, man. This is the fireworks scene in your classic romance anime happening for your eyes. It's writing itself. It is writing itself. Thanked him as she teared up, and secretly named the bear Kobe Senpai. Are you kidding me? If Toei's not already working on it, what are they doing? What are they doing? I, Oda, am pretty dense when it comes to love. So I'll let you have a guess on if she's smitten with him or not. Now, I'm no expert. And you know what? We're not being humble today. I've read a lot of great romance manga. Son, this is a log line, a synopsis for a pinnacle of literature. This is a logline and synopsis for a One Piece spinoff that could take us into the next stratosphere. This is a logline spinoff that would have the individuals in fan fiction media going crazy. Let me tell y'all something, man. Kobe Hibari backstory, Toei let me in. Let me in. And if that wasn't enough, then we get into the second one. Then we get into the thing that, brother, when I saw it, y'all know how I am. Otototo Ben Beckman. Anything to do with Shanks and his crew. I'm there. I'm seated. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It doesn't matter at what time of the day. We are seated for the red-haired pirates. How could I not be? How could I not be? I'm seated for each and every single one of these individuals. Now, before I say this, before I read what I'm about to say took place within this SBS, the truth of not the God Valley incident, not the Egghead incident, but of the famed chapter 900 and what was that, 27, 28, 29, 10 Act 2, that line in the middle of the Udon prison when Kid was stated to have gone in a scuffle with the red-haired pirates, which is when he lost his arm, and all of us were like, wait a minute, who did it? And that entire time, some people thought it was Shanks. Some people thought it was Lucky Roo, me. I thought Lucky Roo ate it for breakfast, lunch, and/or dinner. I almost said, and I did say on multiple occasions, that it was the monkey. That it was the monkey. Because let me tell you something, the monkey's not playing any games. He's not playing any games, man. But this is my thing. Many individuals said that Kid never saw the captain the first time. This brother came face to face as far as Ben Beckman. And I was like, you know what? If that was the case, I'll take it. I'll take it, and that'll be such a hype day if it ever gets revealed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today with SBS 107 to declare and to officially state that Oda confirms that it was in fact Benny Ben Beckman. Big old Benjamin. $100 bills. Put on his name. who took Eustace Kid's arm. So, this man, Ben Beckman, I'm going to remind all of you, uses a gun as his main weapon of dealing damage. How in the flying flagnards did Kid lose an arm to someone who does not have a sword? And so my mind immediately goes to, maybe he ate it. I don't know, man. This is a pirate manga. Who knows? But if Lucky Roo didn't eat it, then nobody ate it. Lucky Roo needs to eat it. So, I was like, okay. I thought back to multiple different things we've seen throughout the course of the series. Could it be possible that through Ben Beckman, through Conqueror's hockey, through Conqueror's coding, through ornament hardening, through Rio, this brother shot at something? It didn't even have to be a bullet. It could have been whatever it was. But with Conqueror's coding, it had the capabilities, it had the sharpness of a black blade. It had the sharpness of Kenpachi Zaraki's Zanpakuto. That something that Ben Beckman would shoot out of his gun could have the capabilities of immediately severing this man Kid's arm. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. All I know is that this wasn't no Mickey Mouse stuff. That brother pulled up to play and Ben Beckman said, "You're gonna lose something for playing." And that now I definitely get why Shanks did what he did whenever Kid pulled up the second time. Because he was like, this man didn't learn his lesson the first time. I gotta take some action. I gotta take some action, son. Kamusadi. Divine Departure. He was like, I'm gonna look 10 seconds into the future, create a movie out of what Kid was about to do to these individuals, and then I'm gonna instant transmission from my location over to his location like it was Spider-Man 2's level of fast travel. That's how instantaneous it was. It was like a pin coming down into the middle of New York City. That man Shanks was not playing any game. He was like, yo, I gotta take the brother out. He ain't learned this. He ain't about it. The brother did not learn his lesson. My right hand took care of business. The brother wanted to keep going, and I gotta take care of business. So what happens when both the right hand and the captain have to take care of business? Oh man, you might as well turn into a casket match. The Undertaker's gong started playing at the end of chapter 79. And so, getting us back to our original point, Ben Beckman, in some mystery that I'm still trying to solve, severed Kid's arm. And he wields a blade. Now, does he have a gun blade? Because, did I say he wields a blade? He wields a gun. Now, he could be Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, who famously has a gun and a blade at the same time. Utilizing the junction system within that game, the brother can utilize the gun blade. Now, is it possible that the same way there are Final Fantasy VI influences in this series, there could also be Final Fantasy VIII influences? Of course there is. Why is that? Because we all know that Oda takes a lot from pop culture. And so I'm not saying that Ben Beckman has his gunblade, but I'm not saying that he doesn't. And so what I am going to say is that Ben Beckman is him. And if Kizaru knew that he had the capabilities of severing someone's arm without having a sword, there is a reason why that brother jokingly said, "Oh, Ben Beckman," because he knew, he understood, he was there to witness what everyone else failed to witness. He was on that level. It was like that Bleach sequence whenever no one could feel a certain individual that shall not be named spiritual pressure, when you had the entire cast unable to even be within this same individual's presence. And someone had to come along that was of the same level and be like, oh, I understand, I get it. Benny Ben Beckman is said individual. And Kizaru understood the what he wanted to happen. It was like, yo, I gotta put my hands up. Because either Tensei Zangetsu's gonna come out of there, or Getsuga Tensei's gonna come out of there, or nothing's gonna happen. And I don't feel like dealing with it right now. I've had to deal with Barco, I've had to deal with Whitebeard, I've had to deal with this entire thing. I ain't trying to box Shanks and his crew right now. Not Benny Beck. Because I know Akainu gotta deal with Shanks, so I gotta deal with Benny Beck. I ain't doing it. And so, with that being said, Toei, for the love of all that is good in this world, when chapter 1076 or 1079 gets adapted, give us a 5-second sequence. I'll take a 1-second sequence. I'll take a 20-second, 20-minute, 24-minute, hour-long in OVA. I don't care what it is. I'll even take a movie. I'll take Film Red Part 2. Ben Beckman severs kid's arm. I don't care what it's called. The thing here is I just want to know what happened. I want to know if this man fired a laser. Did he fire a Congress-coded bullet? Does he really have a gun blade? Did he cut off his arm just using his eyes? Did he cut off his arm just using the barrel of his gun? I don't know, man. But I'm curious. I want to know what happened. And therefore, I am pleading Toei to not just give me Romance Anime of the Year, but to also solve this mystery for the entire fandom. Ben Beckman, does he utilize the gun blade? I don't know. But I want to know, and so please, if any Toei executives listening to this, we're here. I'm ready. The entire fandom desires this. Give it to us. There's nothing that we want more than more One Piece in regards to the lore of the series. The Rocky Port incident, God Valley. We want to know so many things. But right now, this is the focus. You know who brings the money. You know, it's like in WWE. When they need money, who do they call? John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold. All right, One Piece, Toei. When you need money, who do you call? Shanks. Brother, the more Shanks content, the more green beans. The more Benjamins in the pocket. I don't have to be an expert in accounting to let you know your profits are probably going to be up at least 10%. And if you get romance anime involved in this, do you know how many thirsty individuals are out there looking for the next fantastic installment? Let the One Piece brothers eat! And so with that being said, I will see y'all for the afterthoughts. Take care. Kobe Hikari Peak. Ben Beckman is that guy, and we already knew this. But now we have the Oda clarification. That's all I know.